Hello, my name is Shamar Brown, and today I'll be talking about Ticketmaster data breach. If you're not aware of who Ticketmaster is, Ticketmaster is one of the world's #1 ticketed platforms where if you ever needed a ticket to go to a concert or a rave or an event, most likely you had to get your ticket from Ticketmaster. Because Ticketmaster is also is parented with Live Nation, which Live Nation is one of the world's #1 production companies, and they throw a range of events and concerts around the world. One of Live Nation's biggest events is called Tomorrowland. If you just do simple research on Tomorrowland, it's an event that is hosted in different parts of the world where they um, host a range of EDM, the world's biggest EDM DJs each year, and it's something that happens, quite often. So if these customers ever if you ever been to a Tomorrowland event, more than likely you had to get your ticket from Ticketmaster or a third party company that's connected to Ticketmaster. Okay. Here's another example. I'm living in the DMV area, and in the DMV area, one of the biggest venues in DC is called Echo Stage, and the second biggest, venue in DC is called Soundcheck, and they both are owned by Insomniac, and Insomniac is owned by Live Nation. So to go to one of those venues, you have to get a ticket through Ticketmaster. So today I will just be explaining the importance of why this breach is very catastrophic, and what policies and rules that Ticketmaster should follow so a breach like this should never happen again. In the spring of 2024, Ticketmaster experienced a massive data breach with over 500 million of its customers' personal data being breached. Ticketmaster knew as early as April 2024 but failed to notify the customers as of late as July 2024. So with them being late to notify their customers, a lawsuit was filed in the United States negligence courts. And this was a lawsuit in the amount of $5 million. The reason why a lawsuit was filed against Ticketmaster was because of negligence behavior. The claims filed against Ticketmaster alleged that Ticketmaster knew of the alleged risk of the breaching happening, and they failed to implement reasonable and adequate safety measures to protect its customers' information from being breached. With the help of my sources from Capital Law, Security Watch Info, and Arrow Payments, I was able to understand the Gramerly-Bailey Act. The Gramerly-Bailey Act protects consumers' financial information by requiring financial institutions to explain safe data sharing practices and allowing customers to have the option to opt out of data sharing. It also bans deceptive practices like pre-texting. All right, here are some in real-time examples of the Gramerly-Bailey Act when purchasing a ticket. So more than likely, when you go on to Ticketmaster and you make a purchase for a ticket, you will see the total amount due of the ticket. And after you can complete the transaction, you have to acknowledge the terms and conditions. And most likely in the fine print of the terms and conditions, it explains and give you different examples of how this institution or this company is going to use your data for their research and their personal use, and how they would use practices from the state and the government using the PCI DSS v4.0 requirements to make sure that your data is being used correctly and is protected. So if you do not want this institution to use your personal data or information, you can simply not acknowledge, what stops them from gaining authorization of your personal information, and just walk away from making a purchase. But if you purchase the ticket and you press acknowledge, you are giving this company authorization to purchase the ticket. So you can just simply opt out by not acknowledging and not purchasing a ticket from Ticketmaster if you do not want them to have your personal information. Ticketmaster should be held fully accountable for allowing an unauthorized third party access to its cloud with them knowing the significant risk of a breach. If Ticketmaster followed the requirements under the PCI DSS v4, which requires institutions to regularly test vulnerabilities and monitor the network systems, maybe this breach would have never happened. For example, if Ticketmaster had analysts sending daily reports of the network and ran monthly tests to allow hackers or data engineers to find vulnerabilities in the network, this breach would have never happened under the PCI DSS v 4.0 requirements. With that being said, as a person who's been a customer of Ticketmaster from the age of 21 to now, I'm currently 27, a way that Ticketmaster can regain my trust is just simply by going on a discounted campaign for 1 or 2 years and giving out discounted tickets in a range from 40% to 60%. And with the money that they gain from this discount campaign, they should open more jobs in their IT department and hire more data analysts and hire more data engineers and hackers to make sure that their network is extremely strong. Because with Ticketmaster being the number one ticketed platform and pairing it with Live Nation, which is the number one production company in the United States, in the world, there's no reason why Ticketmaster should not have a strong network. Once again, my name is Shamar, and this is my case study about the Ticketmaster data breach that occurred April 2024, and I hope I was able to explain this extremely well. And I'm excited to do more case studies for this class in the future.